I think I can speak for all basketball fans when I say what in the world is happening with the NBA. 1 minute, a guy gets hit in the head and the refs say it's okay. The next minute, a player gets barely touched and it's a foul. How can the people who make the rules be this bad? The NBA's own reports that check the last 2 minutes of games regularly find big mistakes. They find fouls that the refs got completely wrong. Out of 3 refs, there's 1 or 2 that mess up the game. Or maybe they're not wrong at all. Maybe the refs are actually just doing what they're told to do. They would show you plays and say this was a foul that was missed, and these 3 referees missed this play. Make sure you don't let this happen tonight. Make sure you call this when this happens. Everyone is pointing fingers at the refs. But I looked into it, and what I found about the NBA will shock you. I don't know, and I'm going to get in trouble because the refs did not give us any calls tonight. Today's video is paid for by DraftKings. The 2024 NBA playoffs are officially here, so grab your popcorn and place your bets on who you think will win it all with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. Right now, all new customers who bet just $5 on anything will get $150 in bonus bets right away. That's right. New customers who just bet $5 on anything will get $150 in bonus bets. So even if your NBA team loses, you, my friend, are still a winner. Just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app using my special code HenryHoops and unlock this amazing offer now. If you're already signed up, you can use my special code to get a no-worry NBA bet every day during the NBA playoffs. And don't worry, guys, if sports betting is not allowed in your state, DraftKings has got something for you too. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot at winning some really cool cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Don't forget to use my special code HenryHoops so that you could get the $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. That's special code HenryHoops only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Remember when Luka scored 73 points against the Hawks? How about when Steph scored 60? Or when Devin Booker scored 62? You've got to remember when Joel Embiid scored 70 and Kat scored 62 in the same night. For a while there, it seemed like we couldn't go a week without someone scoring 50-plus points. But around NBA All-Star break, something big changed. 50-point games suddenly went away. It wasn't just star players who disappeared either. In March, the entire New York Knicks and Philadelphia 76ers suddenly forgot how to score 2 teams. The screen. Corner 3. Another. What happened to all those amazing scoring games? And why did we see a sudden drop in scoring across the whole league? The numbers tell an interesting story. From the beginning of the season until January 21st, 2024, teams were averaging 115.6 points per game. That was the highest in modern NBA history. Scoring got so crazy this past season that there were 66 times when a team scored at least 140 points per game. Unless you're watching an NBA All-Star game, that's just never heard of. And NBA fans were pretty upset. The fans want this. No, the league wanted it. But once February hit through to the end of the season, scoring went down to 112.8 points per game. Now, I know that doesn't seem like a big drop. It's only 2.45%. But what makes this so weird is that scoring totals almost always go up as a season goes on. This was the first time in many years that we've seen the opposite. Did teams forget how to shoot? Did the league raise the rims without telling the players? For context on how strange this is, Last year, there wasn't a single game in the entire season where teams scored fewer than 80 points. In a 3-week time period this year after All-Star break, it happened 5 times. The 152 total points the 76ers and Knicks put up on March 10th was the fewest in a game since 2016. So the question is, where have all those points gone? The answer, wherever Adam Silver decides. And we adjust as we go in terms of how people view the game. I think there was a sense earlier in the season that there was too much advantage for the players trying to score. Then, oddly enough, almost like it was planned, scoring went down. Referees started allowing more rough defense while also blowing the whistle less. Before All-Star break, there were 19.4 personal fouls per game per team. After All-Star break, that number dropped to 16.93, a nearly 13% decrease. So what was once a foul at the beginning of the season was now just fair game. No wonder everyone's mad at the refs.nba teams actually got so fed up with the inconsistent refereeing that the NBA had to send out a memo to all owners. The memo said that they did not tell referees to reduce scoring. But can we really believe that? The data shows no big change in team shot attempts or shooting percentages, only a change in the number of free throws, which NBA refs control. Sports bettors noticed this trend after All-Star break and were making major money too. After scrolling through countless online forums, YouTube videos, and comments. It seems like you guys agree. Can we really trust Adam Silver and what the NBA says? After all, former NBA ref Tim Donaghy said he was told how to referee the game. They would show you plays and say this was a foul that was missed. And these 3 referees missed this play. Make sure you don't let this happen tonight. Make sure you call this when this happens. Does the league really have a hand in who wins their games? As a fan, I really don't want to believe this. But if we keep seeing player interviews like this, so I tell him we're going to have to win by 15 just to win by 1. So I'm like, what you mean? He bro, this is the NBA. It's entertainment. LeBron is in Miami, are waiting. Would you rather watch the Celtics or the Sixers play the Heat? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm on a team. I wouldn't even watch the Sixers play the Heat type. What are we supposed to believe? The NBA is definitely a business, and you don't become the 3rd largest sport in the world unless you know how to keep making more money. Take the play-in games, for example. From a fan standpoint, the play-in games are amazing. They make the end of the season way more competitive and watchable. The players probably hate it, but even Draymond Green admits it's good for the game. I hate the play-in tournament, just so you all know. I absolutely hate it. It's the best thing ever created. However, if we look at the play-in from more of a doubtful or conspiracy view, it seems as though it really only helps specific teams. Out of the 8 teams taking part in the play-in this year, 5 of them are in the top 10 list for most valuable teams. One can argue that the play-in has turned into a chance for richer teams to stay relevant and for the faces of the league, like LeBron and Steph, to help squeeze out every dollar that they can. So sick of these guys on other networks just hyping these dudes up all the time. Hey, Steph and LeBron are the greatest ever to do it. Nobody in the West is worried about the Lakers and the Warriors. Then there's the whole Jordan rules thing in the 90s and how the NBA responded by giving certain players special treatment. Y'all changed all the rules so he can win. These are the facts. I go down the lane, I get my butt beat. You see pictures of Michael Cooper scratching Larry Bird's jersey off. Kevin McHale slamming Kurt Rambis to the floor. You see Dr. J fighting Bird, right? Everybody getting hit. Oh, but he can't get hit. Yeah. So we going to change all the rules so he can dunk? Even in 2024, it's kind of hard to look past the fact that Joel Embiid got more foul calls than Nikola Jokic when he played half as many games. Embiid is an all-star foul hunter, but player favoritism is definitely real. But let's take a step back here from the conspiracy mindset and get some perspective. This could all just be a natural drop in scoring and players performing differently. Jordan Bronson, this is halftime. He's talking to James Williams right now, who's explaining the situation. It's a calm, respectful discussion. Still, it seems too inconsistent. If rough play is up, whistles should be up too, right? But that's not the case. The whistles are down. The refs are letting the players play and only making calls based on keeping the game fair for both teams. Which doesn't necessarily mean calling every single foul. Despite what some people say, we don't measure success by the number of points scored. Certainly, it's all about competition. When you think about it, isn't that what you want anyway? Fast-paced basketball, moving the ball up and down the court, going shot for shot? Or would you rather the whistle blowing every 10 seconds for some tiny foul? Is that the kind of basketball we want to see? Well, with technology these days, you should be able to get every call right. And I say we could. The game would be 5 hours long, but we could, now that we're in the postseason, all eyes are on the NBA and the refs are taking the heat again. But I think we're pointing the finger at the wrong people if we follow my logic. The refs are listening to Adam Silver, but the commissioner is reacting to NBA fan feelings and overall viewership. Remember, we're the ones complaining about the lack of defense in high-scoring games. When we stopped watching and started criticizing, suddenly the pendulum swung back the other way. Nielsen ratings, they're minute by minute. You can tell when people are tuning out and when games are being streamed. It's second by second. You know exactly when people are losing interest in your game. I think what fans tune into is just to see scoring for its own sake, because that's where I think people want to see real defense.